and this is a tragedy, but let's not lionize him. She doesn't want to lionize him. She really wants to deal with Joel Seidman, the prosecutor, and Judge Carroll right now in the state court, in that courtroom, the same way she'll do that in the federal court, regardless of the theory of being stalking or this being some sort of terror act, which again, I think is inappropriate and won't stand at the end of the day. But, she's doing what she can with the tools that she has to make him look like a real person, that's someone that should be concerned and cared for, and make sure he gets that fair shake in the courtroom.
Jeremy Saland, thank you so much for your analysis. That this is a case that's been watched by so many people, and there's so much interest. There were even women in the court yesterday just there to see Mangione. We will see how all of this plays out, both cases as they go along parallel lines. Appreciate you. A new hour of CNN News Central starts right now.
Hello and welcome to our viewers all around the world. I'm Christina Macfarlane and this is CNN Newsroom. Just ahead, Russia sentences a US citizen to 15 years jail on charges relating to espionage. We'll take a look at the fallout from the House Ethics investigation into Matt Gaetz, including text messages showing he paid for sex on multiple occasions. And a developing story out of the US. On Christmas Eve, American Airlines has grounded all flights due to a technical issue. And we start with news of another long prison sentence handed to US citizen in Russia. Russia's state media report Gene Spector was sentenced to 15 years in a maximum security penal colony on charges related to espionage. It happened after a secret trial. State media report he had previously pled guilty to mediating bribes given to a former Russian deputy prime minister and was serving a 4-year sentence for that offence. Nada Bashir is following the story and joining us here in London. And Nada, so tell us, what more do we know about Spector and these charges that have been levelled against him?
Well, this information coming in earlier today, according to state-run media in Russia, there is limited publicly available information regarding these charges. But as you mentioned, Gene Spector, who was born in Russia but then later relocated to the US and received citizenship there, has now been sentenced to 15 years in prison, according to Russian state media, in relation to charges relating to espionage. As you mentioned, he had previously already been serving jail time in Russia regarding crimes in which he pled guilty to back in 2020, essentially mediating bribes to a former deputy Russian prime minister. So there had already been